Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's stream. We're playing Pathfinder 2E.
Real.
That's been stuck in my head all day. I don't know why. It's just
You
been
don't
like
even
that.
watch Neon Jellysis.
I've never watched it. It's just stuck there.
Princess Jellyfish?
Yeah, I wish.
Princess Jellyfish.
The new Adventure Time spin-off,
such good
Princess
taste.
Jellyfish.
Oh, stop. I would love that.
You know, it's an anime.
Boy,
I swear.
I can't tell if Will's being
Anyway.
serious.
And you'll never
Wow.
know.
What are we doing?
But yeah, hello, my friends. Welcome to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. Your space for all things Pathfinder 2E here on Twitch. Yeah.
He's the longest running Strength of Thousands campaign
Longest
on
running
Twitch.
Strength of Thousands campaign with the surviving party.
Ew.
Matt's like,
I will admit there have been certain fights where I have forgotten mechanics of the enemies.
Every GM
I
does
have a
that.
feeling that's why they give them so many mechanics, so that if you want to skip a few, it doesn't matter that much.
But before we get started, a few announcements. Number one, if you'd like to go and see me fuck up my first Honor Mode playthrough, go watch stream last night. As I tried to get a gold dice in Baldur's Gate 3 by playing on the hardest difficulty with a single save file.
Actually,
Yummy,
Will,
yummy.
just for a moment, how does that single save file work? Like, you can still just save whenever you want, right? But it's only
Yes.
the one file?
It's only the one file, and you can't reload during combat.
Who reloads during combat? That doesn't sound like a whole lot of a handicap to me, who literally saves after every good roll.
Matt really just said easy mode, easy mode.
No, I'm sure it would be more difficult. They make things more difficult in the honor mode, but like
As a Phoenix Wright player,
They do.
the core mechanic of that game is save scumming, so I'm no stranger to
I think you mean a chronomancer.
It was crazy. In the very first encounter, once you're off the tutorial ship, and this is not a spoiler, but with the brain puppies,
Intellect
intellect I call them brain puppies. With the intellect devourers, they gave them a range attack in honor mode.
See, I could have sworn when you summon the puppy later on in the game, it does have a range attack.
It does later on in the game, but if you're playing on any other difficulty minus tactician, if you're playing on like the normal difficulty mode, they don't get that range attack in that first encounter.
Ah, fair enough.
They have to come towards you so you can plink at them with range with Shadowheart. It was a very big surprise for me. I was like, oh, ranged attack. Oh god, Shadowheart's almost dead already. Okay, maybe honor mode's going to be hard. Okay, it was.
Right.
But that was yesterday, so go check out that stream. It's a good time. Then, moving right along in search of good times and good news, tonight we have Wild Ambition, the show you're watching right now, our Pathfinder 2E Wild West Adventure. Yeehaws all around.
Yeehaw!
Friday night, we have the Astral Calling. Do you like space? Do you like beating up fairies?
No comment.
I live in West Hollywood, so I can't.
There it is. There's the comment.
Oh my, we're starting spicy tonight.
Do you like fairy invasions of Fey planets? Do you like the possible do you like the possible heat death of the universe being brought on by a cult that wants to consume the universe so they can create a new universe out of the nothingness that they leave behind? Do you like a plasmoid who is doing the most mental gymnastics to think that their creator loves them? Come and check out the Astral Calling.
And that plasmoid is such a roommate with another member of the crew.
They are roommates.
And they were roommates.
They were roommates.
Oh my god, they
And
were
if you
roommates.
want to see that plasmoid before Friday, well, if you're a subscriber, you have access to the Eevee and a Tupperware emote.
It's true.
Wiggle,
It's
wiggle.
true.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Soon we will have a emote for someone else's, another stream member's thing that's been happening on stream. On Saturday, though, we have the Tabletop Bros, Will, Chad, Matt, and Kath. playing Baldur's Gate 3, not on honor mode because, and I quote, "Will, I don't hate myself that much, Chad."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
had all the time in the world, I
Chad
wouldn't mind
is-
having a second campaign where we do honor mode, but it would probably devolve into me yelling at people a lot.
Chad is, as usual, correct about these things.
But you get a gold dice if you do it.
Also, are you gonna make somebody's first run through of Baldur's Gate 3 in honor mode? A run through? That's just rude.
Hey, Emily. We play together.
Oh!
We're doing it on honor mode now.
You
But
would be doing that to Cass.
oh no, she said no.
Wow, she was quick.
was
As you
fast.
should,
That was
Emily. As
fast.
you should.
No, we have a couples game going right now where she has a druid. She also skipped Gale like McKenna.
A girl after my own heart.
I've not
God
been
bless
saying
you.
anything. I've been really good at
Mistra,
not.
bless you.
I've been really good at not saying anything, and I've just been like watching her play. It's been very interesting to me.
Me
Then
personally,
on
sometimes
Sunday,
I
speaking
think
of
about
Emily,
it.
we have Cozy Co-op, where we play a farming sims. We just relax, play farming sims, talk about cats with Sarah.
Bill was really not about to let Cooper say something if there was any chance it was not going to be wholesome.
Nope, I was
It's
not.
fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. But yeah, Cozy Co-op on Sunday, and oh my god, maybe a new emote at that point. Who knows? We might have a lovely Teddy emote coming to the channel. So yeah, let's see. So there's that, and then Monday, Strength of Thousands AP. For some reason, we were on Full Metal Alchemist on Monday this week.
Someone mentioned like artificial limbs.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal
So go
Alchemist.
check out that stream. It was a good time. We fought sun robots. We hung out. Avi did not flip Igor off for a week.
She usually doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Does
That's
Avi-
a
how
special
many,
event. That's a treat.
how many fingers does Avi have?
She has like a full
Enough.
5-finger hand. Enough.
Enough to flip you off.
Well, I'm trying to remember now because
So which one is the middle one?
her wings are part of her arms, though, right? It's not like a dragon thing where you have.
So I made an aesthetic choice to make the wings part of the arms because that's what a bat looks like in
Yeah.
my head. Mechanically, it does not affect her if she is flying and casting with somatic components at the same time, which feels like it should.
Don't
But
think
it
about
doesn't.
it too hard.
So don't think. Listen, I keep on saying this. This is a game where that bat turns into a whole dragon. If you can
Violating-
wrap your head around that, you can wrap around her flying and casting spells
Yeah.
at the
Like
same time.
dragon.
Don't
you
think
know-
about the
Do you
Do
conservation.
you know what
of
my
mass.
brain? Do you know what my brain has been like attaching to Avi for some reason recently?
No.
Bar talk.
Well,
From
I mean, he's
Anastasia?
also a small talking
Yeah.
bat, so
It's
that's
just like my brain has
And
been
I
like imagining bar
Kick 'em,
talk.
sir.
That still confuses me to this day. Why a bat?
Why not a
because
bat?
bats
Why
are
the
spooky
bugs?
creatures.
He's
He's
perfect.
cute
All right,
But
and cool
and
and
why?
good music.
Why not a little demon?
He's a baby.
now time for some introductions. We got our cast with us
Babe.
tonight. We're down a Abby due to puppy problems, and we're down a Shy due to Shy being really exhausted.
Works. So.
Hey, teachers, more.
Work sucks.
But
I know.
I'm going to take a page out of Matt's book tonight. I'm going to have a fun little question for us as we go. And it's pretty simple. But first, let's get started with some introductions. Starting off with Matt, the person who will be very interesting to hear what they say for this. Matt, tonight, who are you playing? Where can we find you on the interwebs?
It's very
And
interesting to hear who I'm playing tonight.
If you could have a historical figure cosplay as you, who would you want to cosplay as Matt?
That is a very strange question.
It is.
And I'm gonna pick Cleopatra because she can speak 7 languages and she's a boss. Also, fun fact, she lived closer to space shuttles than she did to the construction of the pyramids.
bad.
Because the pyramids are old as balls.
Yeah.
That
Not
makes
just
me
space
upset.
travel, but the iPhone.
But I'm Matt, or Urban Off at various places on the internet, and I'm here tonight to play our Wasteland Druid, Lorgar, and his mummified cat companion, Salt.
Nice.
Kitty.
Next up, we'll go to the person responsible for the lovely artwork you see here on the channel. Of course, we have McKenna playing Miss Honey Madeline. And McKenna, if you could have a historical figure cosplay as you, who would you want it to be?
Hi everyone. I'm McKenna Ray Tynan of McKenna Ray Art on all the places. I am playing Honey Madeline tonight, our gunslinger. I have a follow-up question, which is why would I want a historical figure to cosplay?
I don't know.
as me?
It was just in my brain. If a historical figure had to cosplay as you, which historical figure would you want to cosplay as you?
No, I heard the question. I'm just confused by it.
I don't know why. It was just in my brain. It was just in my brain tonight. I was like, this is a fun, quirky question.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say Amelia Earhart, because if she's cosplaying as me, then we know where she is. We can communicate with her.
You're weaponizing the question for knowledge.
I am weaponizing the question because otherwise I don't know if I'd want people to cosplay as me. That's a little freaky. That's a little, I don't know. Zoe, do you want to cosplay as me?
Maybe.
I changed my answer to Zoe.
Oh, now we got a
It would
feedback
be-
loop going.
It would be very interesting to see like a it's all about Lucy situation in the cast.
Me personally, I would like Bob the Drag Queen.
Moving right along, we have everyone's favorite Cooper, even better than a Mini Cooper. We have Cooper playing Christine. How are you doing tonight, Cooper? And
Oh,
if
you know.
could have a historical figure cosplay as you, who would you want?
Bob the Drag Queen.
Fair play. I have no idea who that
I
is,
love
but
it.
you do you.
Oh, you make me so fucking angry sometimes, William.
I-
Oh, how do you not know who
Magnificent
Bob the Drag
everywhere.
Queen is? Cultural icon Bob the...
Walk up in the club.
That
first,
doesn't either.
first.
That doesn't either.
I'm old, though.
Walk up.
The
old.
thing about this
Club.
is that you actually have no excuse because she was on Dungeons and Drag Queens, and I have
I didn't
shared
watch
my
that one.
Dropout account with all of you.
I have not
I have my own.
utilized it in some time, unfortunately, just because
Let me get you the password. I'll get you the password.
Password sharing? No.
No,
Netflix,
Dropout's fine
no.
with it.
Yeah.
Because Dropout's cool. Go sub to Dropout
We
if you
love
can.
Dropout.
But moving right along, last but not least, the Pastel Princess. The fairest one of all, we have Zoe. I don't know, I'm on a Disney kick tonight. We have Zoe playing Twitty. How you doing tonight, Zoe? And if you could have a historical figure cosplay as you, who would you want to cosplay you?
Hi everybody, I'm Zoe. I go by Zozy Pose on the internet. I'm having a day, but I got my nails done, so that's something.
Yeah.
They're pretty cute.
Ew,
Um,
she ate.
And she ate. She did not
Walked into the
enjoy,
street
unfortunately.
nails first.
And if there was a historical figure who would cosplay as me, I would say one that I'm named after, French dancer and actress Josephine Baker.
Oh.
Ew. Okay,
Look at
yeah.
the culture and knowledge all over us.
Look at the culture and knowledge.
Word.
Ooh.
For myself, hello, my name's Will Banner, also known as Tabletop Roles on the internet. The historical figure I would want to cosplay me is one of two, because they're both like tied for this position in my heart. It would either be Shakespeare or Hans Christian Andersen.
I was about to judge you.
Didn't Hans Christian
I suppose
Andersen
those are
like
acceptable.
couch surf on Charles Dickens' couch and like
Surfed on someone's tickets.
also I'll never forgive him for writing The Little Matchstick Girl, which is breaks me.
Heartbreaking.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, chat, let's see if you're ready for tonight's stream. It's time to roll our intro and get right into the game.
Black shirt and a hoodie.
Last time on Wild Ambition.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
The same thing I
Feeling
do.
Matt's hearing.
The same thing I do every week. Start off the recap in a Wild West thing. Is that too loud?
Just a smidge. Just
Okay.
a smidge, darling.
Last time on Wild Ambition, our party found themselves at the center of a conspiracy after helping free Alec's wife from the trapped painting they were stuck in. They made it back. He died. He made it back to town, only to discover that the Candor had not given up the search. While the party was talking to Candor to, try to convince him to stop being such a bootlicker, a couple of the party members noticed something weird whenever they would trash talk the counselor. One of the heads of the council, who has basically taken the name of their title because that's what they base their entire personality off of. The counselor, whenever they would trash talk them, Candor's eyes would kind of glaze over a bit. This worrying the party, and for good reason, they decided to take drastic measures. And when I say drastic measures and they decided, I mean Christine decided to make drastic measures. Cassie,
saying Jurassic with a J?
yeah.
Brings in a dinosaur.
Drastic measures.
Time for Jurassic measures.
It's time for Jurassic measures.
Time for Jurassic measures!
It would have worked. It would have worked really well if it was Lorgar. It would have worked even better if it was Lorgar who did it.
Birds have more in common with dinosaurs than I do.
But Christine decided to take Jurassic measures, cast a very powerful spell on Candor, which messed with their mind a bit, enough to cause the literal earworm that was inside of his ear to pop out and start to wiggle around on the floor like some sort of magic carp. Twitty scooping that thing up, putting it into a vial, and our party basically began deprogramming Candor, who was a little bit worse for wear after Christine's less than intrusive methodology of getting that bug out of their ear.
But you know what? It worked.
It worked. In addition to that, Sylvia, the town's local paper owner and friend of Miss Honey Madeline, had run off to go and fetch our new and very fabulous rich woman, Rosinda Petra, who had a ranch down south, to talk about some stuff going on in town. Brought them back, found out that there's a letter that said, hey, the league and the council might send some soldiers out here to bring law to this town, because right now they don't think the current law is good enough, and it will be dependent on Candor's report. And as our party dealt with that sort of bombshell, that's where we're going to pick up after a evening of rest. Our party has had time to sleep on it. They had time to heal up and get basically wounds treated from the last couple of days. And now we're picking up the next morning with a very familiar sight. Yes, Matt?
Lorgar would like. This is the first time he's been back to his cave in a short while.
Hmm.
I checked my hiding spot. Is my book still there?
The book is still under the rock.
Good. I changed rocks.
Yes, we are picking up with Lorgar as they begin to step out of their cave into the harsh sunlight.
Ah, nature. So beautiful. It's like a mouse, like, pooping next to the cave. Yep. The majesty of nature.
Yep. Delightful.
Lorgar, as you're getting ready this morning, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and there's a chittering on your arm as the bug that has kind of attached itself to you appears to be undulating.
Well, that's horrifying to contemplate. But what's the deal there? Actually, I'm not sure. I try to speak Druidic to it. I use the Druid language.
You understand insects, right? It's the heart silver.
Yeah.
Silver?
You can talk.
Oh
to
yeah. Well, hold on. It gives me the ability to understand insects. So
Yes.
does it give me the ability to understand itself?
them. Yes.
Well, that's convenient.
Creepy.
I mean,
Sauce.
parasites are part of nature. I don't really like
that-
them.
Does that mean that Lorgar can just go up to people and listen in their head and tell if they have a bug in them or not?
Possibly.
I sure hope so.
You know, it's another way of telling if they have a bug in their head. I pick up a rock.
Like a
That'll do
melon.
it. That'll do it.
I should like to point out, just for clarification's sake, I say to the desert, as I talk to myself a lot out in the desert, while I respect nature, I respect the circle of life of things eating other things to survive. These creepy crawlies we encountered out near the old house, they are of unnatural hunger and malevolence. They are a blight upon this natural world and must be expunged if the balance is to be maintained. Isn't that right, mouse?
Squeakin', squeaker, squeak, squeakin', squeaker, squeakin', squeak.
Real.
You know, I'm going to tell your mother you said that next time I see her.
Squeakin', squeaker, squeak, 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 squeakin'.
No, I am not going to listen to
Or I
your
guess what would a
rockcast.
mouse with a southern drawl sound like? Squeakin', squeaker, squeak, squeak, squeakin'. There we go.
All right, you know what? I don't have to take this abuse this early in the morning.
Not the abuse.
I'm going to go.
Drink that sarsaparilla.
As Lordor walks away,
go
we
to
cut to the
town.
mouse, who has this like slight like bang over one of their eyes haircut, and like a bit of a bob.
What
I'm
the
in
Warrior
love with
Cats
an emo
AMV?
girl.
He needs to get a job.
All I wanted is an emo girl.
Oh boy.
As Lordar's making their way back towards the town, we cut to the sisters waking up in their respective rooms, and they're sort of like dualplex.
Duplex.
Duplex. You
They
see,
don't share a room with bunk beds?
if Matt and I had like one of those houses that were attached to each other, it would be called a dualplex because we'd have like a window in the middle that we would open up and be able to play card games against each other.
That's so
love that for this
good.
review.
All right, well, we have to
If you
determine who's
dropped a
taking out
card, that's the Shadow Realm.
So,
Like what's between the houses as
The
well.
other.
I love this less now for the two of you.
No.
Someone has to take out the trash this week.
Do
Draw.
the sisters duel in between their houses.
No, it's a duplex. There's no Shadow Realm for us to accidentally drop cards into, so there's no point.
Oh, what am
so
I
you
going to
change
do with my
that.
grandfather's Exodia?
Don't worry, there'll be an annoying
Anyhow,
little kid who throws them into the ocean.
Farewell, it's
Oh.
true.
Ideally, there would be a sending from Alec at some point so that we can inform him of what's going on. He did say that he was going to send a sending.
yeah, nothing yet, but you know it's pretty early still. It's like 8 in the morning, and
Gotcha.
he was.
And he and his wife are probably very busy.
They were roughing it.
Mhm,
Oh.
mhm. I'm sure they were.
They're camping.
I bet they were. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure it was real rough.
Yeah.
Oh me, oh
Anyhow.
my.
Anyhow, I guess then I'm going to, we'll probably rally with Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia is sitting basically outside of her printing press and outside of her little shop. And she is, she appears to be whittling something. Like, it's stress whittling. And you've never seen her whittle before. And she's
Whittling.
real bad at it. Fuck.
Good for her.
Careful now.
Oh, honey.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just trying to pick up a new hobby.
Is that what that is?
Yes,
A hobby?
I need an excuse to be holding a knife in my hand on a regular basis if the council is going to be setting up in town.
Have you thought about crochet? Knitting?
What'd you call me?
Pops head in.
Did you just see her take like this? And like you can tell she was trying to whittle something, but it's basically turned into a wooden stake, and she just tosses it to you. Says, in case you come across a vampire. She like just puts the knife
Thank you
away.
kindly. I'll pocket it.
Chekhov's wooden
All
stake.
right. Guess I'll add it to my inventory. One wooden stake right underneath the explosive brick of something. There's more to that. Oh, alchemical components. Apologies.
Ah,
So we can't just let the League get here. We might be able to help Candor, but we need to wait for Lorgar.
I don't. How much did y'all tell Sylvia and Rosinda about what you had discovered?
Probably the whole kit and caboodle about Alec and his wife, and probably the majority of the kit and caboodle regarding Candor's condition.
Okay.
You know, that there was a worm in his head. We got it out. I think Honey might have skimped on the details of that.
You got the worm out, and the information about the head worms has been told.
Yeah, and now he's a little
Groggy.
silly in the head. But if Lorgar were to help him out medically, he'd probably be okay. But I think there is the implication there is that like this is a state that we can take advantage of him in terms of if we need
Oh
information.
boy.
Not wrong.
Take
That was
advantage of the
conveyed-
lobotomized man.
Kinda, yeah, but also, what are you gonna do? Because I know at one point Honey asked her, you know, hey, do you have any questions for Candor while he is feeling candid?
Candid,
Did we ever ask him when he thought that worm might have entered his head?
No, I don't think we did actually.
No, I don't think so.
That might be something to ask.
That is a good question.
That's what I would recommend, just because, why not?
Well, do you want to go over there and ask him yourself?
I mean, I could. I would feel more comfortable, in case there's like eggs inside of there. You know how bugs are. If someone else was around.
I mean, I ain't no expert on no bugs, but I'll do my best.
But otherwise, honey, good work and all that. Regular stuff. I don't have to tell you twice. You know what you're doing.
That I do.
That being said, she hands you, and she like goes into the building for a minute, and after about a minute and a half, she comes out and she hands you what appears to be a sealed letter.
Who's this from?
Corvangeline sent it to you, specifically the Gazette.
A hollow victory, given what's probably ruling the Gazette.
Yeah, I didn't read it, but
I figured. I appreciate that.
there are some people that I think are entitled to their privacy, and Miss Honey Madeline, you come off as one of those people.
Well, I thank you kindly. I do tear into that letter pretty quickly because I want to see what's in it.
It is a letter offering you a position
Ew.
at the
Ew.
paper as an adjunct reporter for 8 months of a trial period.
Interesting. I guess I'm going to Corvangeline.
There's a
Road
little bit of
trip.
a sad face on Sylvie's, on her face as she hears you say that, but
I don't know how long they'll keep me there. This is for an 8-month trial period, so big city that I know nothing about. Hard to say if they'll want me to stay.
yeah, congratulations regardless.
I appreciate it, Sylvia, but I would like to make sure that everything is somewhat settled here. Because,
Well,
shit.
I mean, once this Candor dealt with, League said in their letter that they weren't doing anything until he reported, so...
Right.
You have an excuse to go out there, in my opinion, isn't all that bad.
I'm really torn on whether or not I want to have Candor report for us.
Really?
Well, I mean, if they're waiting on his report and they're not going to come if he doesn't report.
Well, if he doesn't report, they're definitely going to come.
All right, well then we need to get his signature on something. And quick. I wonder if I could get him to sign something. Do his letters need to be handwritten? Or can he have something typed and we just have him sign it?
Based on what I read, it looked like they were looking for the oral report when they got back to town.
Well, shit, I guess we're just gonna have to coach him then. He's gonna have a bug back in his head faster than you can say bug. I'm gonna go
Bug?
talk to Candor.
Don't say bug.
Bug.
Fuck. Now you did it.
Yeah, now I've done it. Anyway, I'm gonna head off and see if I can't get anything out of Candor.
Sure thing. Speaking of Candor, Christine,
Mm-hmm.
Candor has been a handful
I
overnight.
believe that.
At one point, he just walked into the middle of the road and fell over.
Very me.
Another point, he was talking to a chair for 45 minutes.
Oh, Lord. Well,
Well,
This morning, when Christine shows up at the sheriff's office for Candor's basically been handcuffed to a chair overnight, you see Candor has opened up all of the cells in the prison.
oh,
None of the people who are there have left. They're all sitting there very far away from the doors.
they know their places. That's so endearing.
But Candor's just like walking in and out of the cells, and the second you come in and say, "We did not," you just hear like a chorus, a cacophony of like drunken, hungover bandit types basically saying, "We did not ask him. He opened the door himself. We stayed here. Please don't punch us again."
oh.
I love that my boys know what's up. They're so sweet when they do that. She'll acquiesce because they've been good little criminals.
Like puppies.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
puppies. I'm gonna leave that comment there. Anyway, I guess we'll just reseal the cells
Yeah.
and
I'm controlling
Keep
myself.
about.
Canda's just sitting there like, why are you doing that? The doors were closed. Closed doors are bad. Oh, open doors. That you want to
We need to
open
get you
doors.
fixed.
Don't want closed doors. You don't want to close every door to yourself. You want to open doors.
Need to get you fixed immediately.
I don't want to get fixed. And you see Candor like walking backwards from you.
Well, you don't really have much choice, my love.
That's what I was saying. Fixed.
Snip, snip.
Just like walking back into the corner. I'm fine how I am. I'm fine how I. What are we talking about? Oh, the color
Lorgar.
purple.
Didn't Lorgar say he had some kind of way to fix you?
Lorgar? What's a Lorgar?
Lordgar. Anyway,
Lorgar? Like, lore?
I don't quite know how to fix you. And quite
I don't
honestly,
wanna
I
get
regret doing
fixed.
this in the first place.
I don't know how to fix you.
I wish I knew how to fix you.
I suppose I will just see if I can find, like, Lorgar. I'll try to restrain him.
Yeah, I mean, Candor, you can just cuff Candor again. And
Yeah.
Well, he got out of the cuffs last time.
he did. It took
Magically.
him a little bit of time. Also, so is that water bottle shaped like a milk carton?
Yeah.
You get an extra hero point for that. I don't know. My brain just loves it.
It's Fruits Basket.
Oh,
Oh, even
not a
better.
weeaboo.
is.
Everyone loves some good fruits
Zoe in like the
basket.
split dyed anime wig, and that the water bottle is what with the cat ears.
Unya.
I never watched an anime once in my life. Who's
Me.
anime?
Anime. I would never watch an anime.
Not anime.
Speaking of Twitty,
What?
Alec asked you to get a couple of things in order in the shop overnight for him, and you know what? The process was quick. You got everything tidied up and ready for him to hopefully return in the next couple of days.
Maybe.
Okay.
But otherwise, as you like wake up this morning, everything's spick and span. Everything seems to be going right for Twitty.
Okay. I think maybe before anybody in the town is up,
Mhm.
Tweety definitely would have done some working out,
Okay.
some whip exercises. I'm sure nobody was around, but if anybody was around, they would see maybe like 3 whips.
So what hour of the
and
morning is this
some-
happening?
This is probably like 4 a.m.
So it's 4 a.m. and that's when Twitty's like, okay, now it's time for me to practice my secret whip cracking. One of the
Listen.
loudest sounds known to me.
It's not loud.
Whip cracking is loud!
Well,
Girl, we're gonna
now-
get you to a Ren fair.
Not this shadow whips.
Oh.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh me, oh
Interesting.
my.
Oh me, oh my.
But I've cracked a whip before.
Now
Come
with a
on.
gun.
Come on.
Gotta
Caress
pick it
that
up, target.
whip.
It's pretty loud.
It's loud. It's loud. It's
Yeah.
super
It's loud
it's loud. As a person who spooks easily, it's loud.
and painful.
Carry that.
But yeah, Tweety would be doing that in the morning, in the early hours.
Early
and
hours
then
of the morning.
doing the Alex stuff.
Nice. Yeah. As you finish up and get everything done and dusted, quite literally in this case, Twitty, Alex homunculus kind of like crawls through the homunculus door on the roof of the shop that he has. It's like, Twitty, good to see ya. Looks like everything's spick and span.
Of course.
Nice.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, Alex said he's going to send your friend a message later today. He's just catching up with the wife. Yeah.
Which friend are we talking about?
The scary one. That doesn't lower it down very much.
Which friend are we talking about? There's quite a few that are.
And
Well,
not the scaly, not the singy, not the scary, the shooty.
the shooty.
Yeah.
Shooty scary? I would have gone for sheriff scary at first. Well,
No,
maybe
the
you,
shooty isn't
not to
scary.
me.
The scary is the scary. The shooty's the shooty. The scaly's the scaly.
Oh, good lord.
So you are talking about the sheriff.
Scariff.
The scary.
The scary is the scary. The shooty's the shooty. You only mess it's the shooty.
Why are you like this?
I was made this way.
Yeah, I know, and you could have been made differently. Here we are, though.
What was
What
that
do you
made
want
for?
from me?
Yeah, read that homunculus for Phil.
Nothing.
Twitty, what do you want from me?
You're
I
doing-
literally have a piece of clay for a brain.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Listen, I'm not good at thinking. I just move things, I put things in shelves, and I let Alec know when the pot's going to boil over.
God, I wish that were me.
What?
Oh,
You just
to live a
move
life of a
things and let a
homunculus.
guy know when the pot's going to boil over? That sounds like a very unfulfilling life for a sentient creature.
You could butter toast.
Are you trying to say that your life is not being fulfilled at the moment?
I mean, I'm not really a thing that requires fulfillment. I was made to do this.
You know what? That's quite a lot of thinking for somebody who has a clay brain.
My purpose, listen, my purpose is to exist to do tasks. I do the tasks, I feel good. I feel great right now. I'm doing a task.
Okay. But you don't feel fulfilled.
I mean, does anyone?
Oh,
Yes.
that was so real. Oh, I didn't like
mean,
that at all.
What does fulfillment really feel like? Like, I'm happy, I'm doing what I do. Is that fulfillment? I don't know. I have clay for brains. I'm just happy to be here.
And
This is
be
why
here you are.
Yeah.
artificially created life is not a good idea.
They think. More than you would think. Anyway,
I mean,
Yeah,
I have
message-
hobbies. I'm not good at
what are your
them.
hobbies?
Oh, I'm a painter.
Can I see?
Yeah.
What
It
have you
goes
made?
and like
Show
goes
us,
and
show us.
opens up like this like hidden thing, and you just see that they've been working on hands, but they have like 8 different fingers, and they're like,
It's fucking AI
you
art.
make AI
It's fucking
art?
AI art.
Did you put AI art in my fucking fantasy game?
Not in my spaghetti western.
"This was
And
actually."
you see,
painted
you
by
see,
homunculus."
this is why I live in a cave in the desert.
I am backhanding you across the face the next time we're together in person.
Real.
I deserve it. It's not good. I don't know why anyone would want it. It's just there. It exists.
It's
I exist.
something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to destroy it
Uh,
because, like, you know. Yeah.
Just make sure you're crediting whoever you are referencing from.
Oh yeah, of course. This is
Okay.
Alex's hand.
Okay.
The hands that made me, and I made them. It's like sort of circular.
I see. You know, somewhere out there, somebody would curate quite the interesting exhibition of this.
Nah.
But anyway, I guess
That's
I don't
actually
really...
kind of a sick concept.
What?
Huh.
The hands that made me, so I made them. That's
Yeah.
not something an AI could do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, this thing is. I am an artist homunculus. Thank you.
You're doing great.
Listen,
Anyway,
I stopped going around asking people to play games with me. I'm happy. Anyway.
you never asked me if I wanted to play a game with you.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm bad at cards.
would've. Probably said no anyway.
Yeah,
but
see, no one ever
you
wanted to
could have
play.
asked.
No one ever wanted to play Go Fish with the homunculus.
I love Go Fish. I thought you were gonna say poker or something like that. I hate
No,
poker.
that's fucking boring.
Poker. I barely know her.
Exactly.
Bury that.
So
Oh,
yeah, but he's going to message Shooty McShooty.
great. He can message her. And, I guess we gotta get ready to travel ourselves.
Yeah, heading out to Corvangeline, I bet.
I think we're gonna have to travel with Candor.
Ooh.
Ugh. As much as I don't want to go back.
Is it because he's a
there.
bootlicker or just because you don't like Candor?
I mean, bootlicker, worm liquor, hard liquor, one of those things is gonna.
Oh,
Hard
leave out
liquor.
the
I
situation.
barely
I don't know her.
And this is
But,
me sober.
Ooh.
I feel like, yeah. All right, well, you know, I'm going to do my job here. You do your thing, sweetie. Peace, love, and
Right.
plants, you know.
See,
real.
that's a new one. All
Yeah,
right.
trying it out. Don't like it.
Faith, trust, and picks the dust.
Terrible. It's not terrible. It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be worse. Yeah. I guess I'll go let, what did you call her? Shooty?
Shooty.
Let Shooty know.
I don't know. Should I
There's
add
gonna
like
be a
another?
message
Should I add like
coming
another
away.
syllable to that? Like
Yeah, maybe like Shooty McShoot or something.
Shooty Spice? Nah. Shooty McShoot Shoot.
Shooty McShoot.
Shooty McShoot Shoot.
That's gonna go real badly for him.
So stupid. I can't wait to watch that interaction. It's gonna be so good.
This campaign sure is something.
It's something, alright.
Sure
It
is.
sure is. Like so many fingers on a hand.
Very that.
Yeah, I guess Twitty would head over to check on Candor.
Twitty, as you're walking through the street, you can see Lorgar coming into town, heading towards the sheriff's office.
Let's see if I manage to lobotomize anyone else.
Not
Lobotomy.
on purpose.
Honey, you're probably there at this point too. You just hear Honey say "not on purpose" behind you, Lorgar.
Why, if he had half of mine.
McKenna!
I don't even think
Oh dear.
as half
Well,
of
I
mine
have half
anymore.
of mine.
Well, if I
Knock,
had
knock,
half
knock.
of mine.
Sheriff, you in there?
That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm
Gracie.
here.
Tongue tastes like wood.
Oh,
I'm right here.
Oh, he might be stroking out. That's not.
that's toast. Isn't that toast?
Maybe. Hard to
Burnt
say when you
toast.
had a worm scramble your brains.
Oh, that's true.
I just walk in, I just take in the situation in one look. I'm like, so do you want me to
He's licking Christine's
Set him-
desk.
set him to rat?
Let me ask him one more question.
Oh.
Feel free.
Go ahead, darling.
Candor, sweetheart, can you stop licking the desk for a minute?
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. Just
Nah.
lean back.
yeah.
Then you put your tongue in your mouth.
Yeah.
There
Ah,
you go.
it
Good
goes-
job.
It goes in. Yeah,
Yes, friend. Good job.
Oh,
Yeah.
You having some big feelings about the desk?
what?
That's
I see
okay.
feelings about the desk.
Having some big feelings about the desk today.
Doors.
So let's focus on the little worm friend that you had in your head the other day. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you met your worm friend? When it was first introduced to you?
Oh, here
Party.
he is.
Party?
Party?
Party.
What kind of party?
Governance. Governance.
A government party. Well, that sounds like quite the soiree.
Election.
Election party.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was it the counselor who introduced new to your worm friend?
No, it was a worm friend.
Oh, another worm friend introduced you to the worm friend.
Maybe.
Maybe. And when was this? Do you remember? Talking maybe a couple years ago, maybe.
Last election.
Would I know when the last election in Core Evangeline would have
Yeah,
been?
you would. It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll give you
So
that
you've
for
had-
free, honey.
Thank you. So you've had worm friend in your head for 2 years, huh?
Sure.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we're gonna try and set you right, because right now you're not feeling so good, huh, friend?
No.
Yeah.
God, seeing honey gentle parenting something.
Oh. Oh, let's catch a bubble, friend. Let's catch a bubble.
It hits different with the accent too.
It really
Catch a bubble
does.
is one of my
does.
favorite ways to tell people to shut up now. Catch a bubble. Catch a bubble. I think it's very funny.
It is funny. Not only is it funny, it's honey.
It's honey funny.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, that's funny.
That's a new noise out of you, Cooper.
Is it?
Wow.
The penguin.
Lorgar, sweetheart, could you maybe hit him with a little of your druid hootenanny?
The hinges are squeaky.
My druid what?
Who,
I don't know,
what?
your
The hootenanny?
your magic, your whatever it is that you do, that voodoo that you do.
Alright, I feel that's somehow in some way culturally insensitive, but I will do this thing you have asked.
Possibly.
Um,
I'm not really a magic kind of girl. So I appreciate your expertise.
I appreciate that you appreciate me. And Lorgar is going to take out just a handful of the softest, most carefully acquired sand he has in his little pouch of things, and he's just gonna walk up. He's gonna
Candace's
put like a.
mouth is just fully around the doorknob right now.
He's gonna
Hey,
put like.
sweetheart, that's not a bubble.
He's gonna pick him up, kind of look him straight in the face, put a very kind of sympathetic hand on the side of his head, and then very gently kind of pour the sand on top of his head, and it's almost kind of like he's giving him like a sand baptism. And as the sand flows down over him, so does a cast of restoration. And it'll be all right.
A few
And I give
seconds
him a little-
pass.
I give him a little slap.
What in the?
You best sit down.
Yeah, I'm sitting the fuck down.
All right,
you
Sheriff.
feeling?
This is your
Um,
rodeo now, Sheriff.
All right, I feel the need to say a couple of things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Lorgar,
Yep.
fuck you.
Wow.
I
Starting
mean,
off real
you
Could have
strong.
done this yesterday.
Well. Hold on now. It's good to see that you're capable of still measuring time.
Number
So-
two, I have full memory of everything that's happened,
Okay.
That's unfortunate for you.
and I
Yeah.
really don't take kindly to the interrogation that you took advantage of. I would like to let it be known that I would have given you that information willingly with my mental facilities restored and probably done it in a much more coherent and usable way.
We didn't know that.
That's true. We have no way of knowing who you're loyal to.
I'm just going to say this right now. Y'all took advantage of a man who had his brain scrambled.
We took advantage of a man who was going to turn in our town. I mean, he's not really the mayor, but the main provider for the whole city was going to take him to prison for no reason, an innocent man. That's the man we interrogated, yes. If that's not you anymore, we can still be friends.
Listen. Yeah, no, I'm not going to fucking arrest Alec.
There we go.
He didn't do anything wrong. It's been proven. I can prove it. I can fuck the council.
Hey, we can't.
Listen, I
We
still
really are
believe
friends now.
I still believe that the council is a good thing, but in its current state it is corrupted. I feel like they just
Concept of a council is a good thing, but the individual members.
yes, they're
Sketchy.
fucked up. I get that. But I'm just saying before massive bits of corruption, it worked real well. And
How well could it have worked if they got so completely and utterly corrupted?
I mean, I blame the drab for that still, but that's just me.
It's a bold choice.
Alright. So. Anything else y'all want to know?
Anything else you need to tell us?
I don't think so. I think you all got it out of me pretty well. Anything that needs to get cleared up, I wasn't coherent when you were all interrogating me. Like anything that was unclear that needs to be sort of resaid now that I'm of full mind.
What was that about the doors?
I don't
You're saying
fucking know.
Closed doors are bad?
They were talking to me. Fuck, I don't know. My brain was screwy. Whatever the hell you did, just pointing directly at Christine, I never want to experience that shit again.
I
Well-
mean, that's fine that you feel that way. I just don't know if you're gonna or not.
I hope for your sake that nobody puts no more bugs in your brain.
I do as well. I don't really like that premise. It kind of is very strange. Is it weird that I feel lonely? Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, God. Well, if it happens again, would you prefer us to leave it in there?
Oh, fuck no. Get it out of my head. Just don't
Alright.
do it. Just, do it with, like, medicine. Like, pull it out with tweezers. Don't make my brain into liquid. Just pointing directly at Christine.
I mean,
Sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs.
when
Or
you
brains.
can do
Honey, I
cool
don't
shit
appreciate
like that,
you referring to my brain as an egg.
Well, it kind of was.
You were pretty fried.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Better than scrambled.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, but that was funny.
This is your
If
brain.
you don't see the humor in it,
this
Yes, I
is your
see.
brain.
Listen, I see the
On
humor
invasive
in the.
insect
This is your
parasites.
brain on insect.
Ash.
This is very honest.
All right.
Don't do grubs,
This
kids.
is so
Don't
good.
Don't do grubs.
But
I guess-
Not even once.
The biggest point of contention for me is that you are being called back to Corvangeline, as am I, but specifically you to give a report on what's going down out here.
Yeah.
And we have no reason to believe that the counselor is going to
Oh, wholeheartedly.
appreciate the truth.
Listen, here's what's going to happen probably, okay? I'm going to go in. I'm going to give it an honest report. Council's going to say, "Oh, send out," and I'm going to share multiple different scenarios here, so please just wait till I'm done to fry my brain or shoot me. Staring directly at you, honey.
Oh, me?
I'm going to go in. I'm going to give an honest report. Hey, things are fine. They have people I can take care of. Sheriff is surprisingly competent. And then they're
Yeah.
going to say, "Oh, you know what? A little bit of security, always helpful. Let's send some folks down there." Or else I'm going to go in there and say, "Oh yeah, the place is awful. We don't want to go there. Abandon it. It's a hive of scum and villainy." It's going to say, "Oh, hive? I got a bug in my brain. I like that. Let's send some folks down there." Or else I'm going to go in there and say, "Okay, so here's what's going on." And they're going to say, "Oh, you figured out that we got bugs in our brains? All right, let's kill them." And then we're going to go wipe out the town that's figured it out. Kill them too.
Yeah.
So those are the three things that we got right now. I got four. I got a fourth option. It's kind of shit. Because, like, unfortunately, it does kind of go against my sort of ethos, but it would be worth it in this. You know how sometimes you have to go against something you believe in to do the right thing?
Of course.
Because there's a large amount of, and please forgive my language, fuckery I can do with bureaucracy. Because I can go there and I can put up basically every red tape to stall when I have to give this report. Hypothetically, that would give people time to deal with the bug problem.
Hypothetically.
What if you told him Alec was dead?
I would need some sort of proof of that.
What if he got blown up by explosives? It happens more often than you think.
I would say no one would believe that, but
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Yes, they would.
Why? Why not? Why wouldn't they believe that?
I don't know. It just seems like a totally preventable and, quite frankly, foolish way to pass.
What if you start spreading a rumor that there's a dangerous person living out in the waste who blows people up with big explosions and that they should stay out of the desert?
That ain't
Or
even
we
a
could
rumor.
just-
That just happened.
That would
Or
just send...
are you looking for an excuse to set off some explosives in the desert, Lorgar?
I mean, not in the desert. The desert's full of natural things. I got nothing, no reason to blow those things up. He glances significantly out the window at the town.
Very
But
odd.
I'm just
You could-
saying, we could. Oh, I don't know.
Tell them that he
I'm
got
willing.
attacked
I'm willing
by a
to.
bird.
I'm willing to be a scapegoat if it also helps build up a rep of me being a dangerous individual that no one should mess with.
I think what that's going to accomplish is have more people from the League out here.
You know,
Trying
trying
to-
to hunt down the scary thing that's exploding people in the desert.
Or the
named
giant bird.
Balti.
Oh,
No, I'm not gonna.
no.
I'm
Now,
not
We're
gonna.
gonna go
I
for
feel
the
like
No one else
throwing
gets
a
to say
child.
anything about how evil I am ever
I
again.
feel like throwing a child under a bus is a new low, even for this group.
What's a buzz?
But this group, why are you lumping
Listen,
me in?
I don't. Listen, I know y'all.
I would
aren't-
never do such a thing.
Listen, I know y'all aren't shining beacons of justice, and I just deal with
That's
that.
who?
Sometimes the
Says your
conversations we have-
actions.
I've
really make
done
me wanna
nothing
drink.
but extremely reputable, charitable, kind acts to help this town.
Miss Honey
I don't
Madeline,
speak.
make me a deception check.
I'm not sure this is a deception check. She's not
I
trying
don't
to
think
deceive.
it
She's
is.
just full of it.
She's a little bit full of it, but also all of her actions have been genuinely beneficial to the
For
town.
the town.
Also, the ends justify the means.
For Honey Madeline, yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a 28.
Yeah.
I've
Although-
never done anything
Better.
wrong in my life.
28's
know
pretty
this.
damn good.
And I
Alright.
love you.
I'm just saying. Points at Lorgar. Person who actively uses civilization that wants to destroy civilization.
I don't want to destroy civilization. I just wish it didn't exist.
Points to Christine. Person who uses position of law and authority to enforce their own laws and code of justice. Which, you know what, I understand and I get, but still, you know, on the redder side of the red-blue sort of spectrum here.
I'm right. It's not my fault.
Agreed. Christine's never done anything wrong in her life.
I haven't. I'm right.
Points to Twitty. Person who, honestly, I can't really say I've noticed them do anything terrible yet, but if they're in this group, I feel like at this point it's just kind of tainted. Honestly,
Sure, you haven't done anything terrible.
A shining beacon of
Oh.
goodness.
honestly, the
Tanner,
only...
truly, name something I've done that is off color to you.
I can't, but I'm thinking, here's the thing.
I can't.
You are talking out of your rear end, mister, and I don't appreciate you smearing my character like
Not
that.
smear-
Frankly, I think the people of Corvangeline may have a soft spot for me, considering that they've already invited me out there.
Miss Honey Madeline, have you considered that they may want to insert a bug into your ear?
Why, yes, I have.
All right.
But they only want to do that to influential, interesting people.
So, by that logic,
I'm an influential, interesting person. Yes, you're right.
yes, and then he goes like this as well. He basically copies your movement.
Well, not interested and influential enough for them to stop you from having the bug removed from your head. But really, that's probably for the best.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to enact my red tape plan. I'm going back to
Okay.
I'm going back to Corvangeline. That's my plan. I'm going to put off that as long as I can. I'm going to take. He points to Richard, who's in the cage. I'm going to take Richard with me. I'm going to turn him in because, quite frankly, fuck him.
I'm so sad Abby's not here because Honey
You know
kind of
he
agrees with
would.
Candor here.
Yeah, because
But
honestly,
I feel
fuck
bad that
this guy.
Abby's not having a chance to
This
say
asshole's the
anything.
reason.
Defend her, man.
This asshole's the reason my dad's dead. Fuck him.
Oh, that's new information.
Yeah.
What's going on there? I'm not a huge fan of him either.
Nah, bloody asshole betrayed the council. He was working for us. He was a soldier. He was a general.
Did you ever
I
ask
hate
him
a
why?
bloody asshole.
He looks at him. Listen, I told Candor many times why I sent their fathers and that squad to that location. It was supposed to be safe. It was supposed to be unmanned. And it was just meant to be a way to get them out of the way while I made a quick escape with some supplies for the drab. But yet they all died. Terribly. Don't even know what killed them. Assume it was the drab. I don't know to this day, Candor.
So you were getting supplies for the drab while working as a general for the council.
Yes, I was a sort of double agent, as you
Hotel
might say.
bar.
A mole.
A mole. To be honest with you, I don't believe in the council's idea of isolationism. I think that we should be connected to the rest of the world. But, you know, there was a lot of people that disagreed with that. And there's a lot of folks, especially those who disagree with the council, who took things in a violent manner. And I was just trying to do what I thought was right. And listen, I've been caught. I didn't walk out of here when I could have. And that's not because I'm afraid of Christine. No offense, Sheriff, but in a fair fight, we would probably be pretty evenly matched between the two of us at this point.
You sure do say things, sir.
I said in a fair fight. Then
I don't fight fair fights.
I'm more than happy to go in.
Well, then it sounds like there's no fight. But, Candor, can I ask something? I'm just so young. I was not really present for the conflict with the drab, but I've always wondered what the benefits are to the isolationist policies. I know it's a huge faux pas to question them, and I don't really have a strong
It
opinion
keeps
on
us
it.
safe. The rest of the world is full of psychotic, crazy shit. There's a group of people who sunk an entire fucking continent out there. Do you want to deal with those people? No. Do you
Not
want to?
necessarily, but what happens when we end up with similar psychos out here?
Well, then we just deal with them, and that's what I'm doing. In addition to that, you know, there's a number of other reasons why the isolation tends to be helpful. We're very much attached to a place called Brighthall. A lot of us came from there. A lot of us came from what was formerly the Opal Empire. There's been a number of conflicts over the years between the different nations that, you know, people weren't always able to solve without bloodshed. They kept wanting us to get involved. It kept costing a lot of people here lives who, quite frankly, weren't getting any representation from the other side. They were having us send them money and resources for these wars, and we were getting nothing from return from them. So we just cut off we just cut them off. We stopped sending supplies, and when they tried to come and take supplies, we stopped them from taking them.
I suppose I can see the wisdom in that. We just better hope we never need help from them.
I mean, at this rate, they still owe us, in my opinion.
Yeah, but diplomatic relations tend to break down over time, but...
I mean, as far as I know, there's been none.
Right. You cut somebody off like that, and then one day message them expecting something.
Exactly, especially when we are, facing an invasion from a bug god, I think is what's happening.
I mean, listen, there were heroes that saved the world before that rose up from challenging circumstances. I'm sure some more will rise up here.
Something like that.
I suppose. Sighs in person, who is probably going to have to be one of those heroes.
Do I have to?
Very that. The entire campaign is very that.
Your campaign is just Honey being like, I'll do it, but I ain't gonna walk. You better give me a
But
horse.
I ain't gonna like it.
A real horse
A real horse.
that she can name and then learn to love and
Honey
feed,
is a horse girl.
apples too. I mean,
Honey is a I don't like to walk girl.
Oh,
Honey is a
Too
I'm too
real.
good to walk girl.
I mean, I think you'd also treat a horse. I think you'd treat a horse well.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
I get into a lot of sticky scrapes, so...
we do.
Anyway, with your red tape shenanigans, how much time do you think that's gonna buy us?
I mean, I could get us 4 or 5 weeks with the red tape, but that actually would get us more than that, because that would hit us right into the election cycle.
Oh, shit.
Like, things are starting to ramp up. It's why they sent me out here. They wanted to win from the frontier to sort of boost popularity. Although, to be honest with you, if they have a whole bunch of worms in people's brains, like, there's a certain level of, like, me thinking democracy is existing, but then there's also, like, oh, how many people just got worms in their brains?
yeah.
Right?
Ain't that the truth?
Did we
Ain't that just the bitch of it?
remind me, DM? Remind me after we extracted the unwelcome visitor, it just kind of shriveled up.
It shriveled up and convulsed, and then Twitty put it in a bottle.
Well, it did die. You were
Yes.
pretty clear about
It
that.
died.
Yeah. I was just more wondering along the lines like we do have my little passenger with me. If it could have been used as a like almost like a Geiger counter for bug possession. But
Huh.
we should have experimented on the guy more before we restored him.
Well,
Yes.
listen, that's why I tried to catch the bug.
I didn't say that out loud.
And
You
neither
may
did
as well
I.
have, though.
I mean, it's for the greater good.
Well, I guess we're packing then for Corvangeline. Oh,
I am
God.
the greatest good you were ever gonna
Never
get.
get.
Oh,
Where is my Pathfinder suit?
where is my Pathfinder suit?
Where
Where
is my sheriff
cowboy suit?
Well, hold on, but as we're going to discuss this trip to Corvangeline, I have an important question to ask because I need to get this out of the way as soon as possible so I can mentally prepare myself.
Oh,
Are the streets paved?
Probably, Lorgar.
Yes.
With
Oh.
Probably not, Twitty.
Oh, I'm going to have to... Alright, I'm going to have to start mentally
know.
preparing myself for that.
I've been there before.
Yeah, Lorgar.
It's just
You've been to
referencing-
Corvangeline?
I was just referencing a funny children's tale I heard one time about a place where the streets were paved with cheese.
oh.
And that there were no cats.
And there were
Salt
no
pokes
cats.
his head out. Meow.
Certainly none like
How
that.
are you meowing, Salt? I don't quite understand that.
Skelecat.
He doesn't have a mouth, right?
He's completely wrapped in bandages. Also, he has no lungs, so how could he make any sound?
Just
Very carefully.
Unlimited use of the ghost sound cantrip.
Do you have spell level, Salt? Salt says nothing. Salt has many secrets.
So wait, you've been to Corvangeline before, Twitty?
I've been everywhere at least once.
Everywhere? Even Bridal?
Hard to say.
Technically
Oh,
speaking,
Twitty.
yes.
You kill me with that. You know that, right?
I would never kill you.
Oh.
We're too good of friends.
That we are. But clearly not good enough for you to give me a straight answer.
I could never give you a straight answer.
Me.
Could you give me a truthful one? A whole one? An honest one? No.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. You heard it here first, folks. Maybe someday.
No fun.
Maybe someday.
Better to keep you guessing. Keep you on your toes.
Better for you, maybe.
What do you mean? You love it. You'd be bored if I just gave you straight answers.
Quite frankly, Twitty, I think you've got enough information that you could keep me occupied and entertained for a long time.
Okay.
I think you're selling yourself a little short, acting like you need to be keeping secrets just to keep me entertained.
Listen, I'm not keeping any secrets. You just need to get better at asking the right questions.
I asked you a straightforward question, which is, have you been to Brythall, bitch? And you said, hard to say. No, it's not. That's a yes or no question. It does not get simpler than that.
And you know what? For getting all riled up like that, giving me that reaction right there, I'll tell you yes. Yes, I have.
Oh, so that's what it's going to cost me then. I see your game.
Listen, you want
your
entertainment out of
game.
me. Well, little miss. Two can play that game.
Fair enough. I can respect the hustle. Anyway, we got packing to do. We're about to go back to Corvangeline again. What would you pack? What's the weather like there? Temperate, moderate,
Hot.
coastal? Hot.
Hot.
I can work with that.
Hot diggity dog.
There's a lovely few parks that offer some like nice shade and stuff, but as a general rule, it's hot.
Well, it's hot out here too, so
Hot.
it looks like I won't have to buy anything new.
Dry. And that's really it. Hot and dry.
I mean, that's not too different from here, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds about exactly like what we got out here.
Yeah, a little bit more greenery, but yeah.
Anyhow, and I guess at some point Alec will message me and I'll tell him that it's safe for him to return. Because if the League's not coming out here and you've got red tape, then he's got a town to take care of.
After about 5 minutes, like as you're like heading out, you do get a sending from Alec that says, honey, we good? Bad or ugly?
Good. You're probably safe here for the next 3 to 5 weeks.
Alright, I'll get back into town. And Twitty, you'll see about half an hour later Alec coming back into the general store with their wife.
Well, well.
They weren't far.
You don't waste time. How was the cave?
She just looks at Twitty and she says, geologically fascinating.
Find anything good in there?
Fair number of interesting stalactites and stalagmites.
Of course.
It was a very nice spot to rest. And she walks in.
Sure, resting.
I have
Jokes,
a really
jokes,
important
surrounded by
question.
jokesters.
Has
you got?
Alec like cleaned up his 10-year-old bachelor pad like at all?
Oh, he's kept it very clean.
Excuse me.
All of it, not just the parts that she could see?
Yeah, like the bathroom, everything.
They were married.
He has like a certain standard that he lives in, and he kept it to that standard.
It also helps he has a homunculi to like clean stuff up.
Yeah,
for
that's
him.
true.
And
He has a specific standard that he makes sure his homunculi adheres to.
Trad homunculi. It worked.
Oh god. Don't give the podcast bros any ideas. A new generation of alchemists.
A new generation
They
of
all look like
alchemists.
entertained.
No, but in all seriousness, yes, the homunculus and Alec finds relaxation in cleaning, so there is actually like it's pretty spick and span.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's like
It's
calming.
great because Twitty hates cleaning.
Oh yeah,
It'd be a very different store if Twitty was actually left in charge.
the amount of times
Stuff
that
everywhere.
that's one of the reasons, because like here's the thing, Alec is not a messy man. Alec does not like make messes for himself often, and so having Twitty around to make messes to give Alec an excuse to spend time cleaning and relaxing.
It's quite it's quite the
Symbiotic.
It's giving.
symbiotic. It's giving parasitic. Parasitic.
And there's a lot of that
Listen,
going around apparently.
Twitty is not a messy person. Twitty just really loves. What is that? What is the aesthetic of people who have like so many knickknacks and tchotchkes, but like
Bitch.
organized
Hoarding?
in pretty way?
Maximalism?
No, maximalism. Yes, Twitty's
Not
maximalist when it comes
maximalism.
to like
Very
their
like Howl's
shop
bedroom.
and yes, very exactly like
How
Howl's
many
bedroom,
ceramic cows does Twitty own?
Not enough.
More than
Never
you
enough.
think.
Never enough.
It's like 27.
Never.
Never enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And, yeah. So great.
Y'all are going to be traveling by train to Corvangeline.
Hopefully this one doesn't get held up by a bug man.
Bugman.
Man.
The Bugman.
And that train is going to be heading out the day after tomorrow.
Do we have to go on a train?
Lorgar.
You
Maybe
wanna
they
walk
have
there?
like a wooden area for you. I don't know.
Why don't you just get yourself like a pallet or something and take a nap on that?
There is
Or-
actually, Candor has
or-
actually provided a
Put you in
box
some-
for Lorgar.
Or
Put you
I
in
reach
some
in my
hay.
bag, I pull out a bottle. I could just drink half of this cactus juice
Oh.
and not worry about anything.
Well,
What
there
are
you
you gonna
go. So
I
shake?
like the way you
Women.
think, Lorgar.
Would you like some cactus juice? It's very quenchy.
I would always like some
It's
cactus juice.
Quench?
You know what?
Well, I
will
wouldn't say
take you
that.
up on
There's
that
actually
offer.
there's actually a thing made from a beetle that's even quenchier. But
Mmm. How
Right.
quenchy.
Who's drinking the cactus juice?
Beetlejuice, beat.
Christine will have some.
I will
Yes.
have a little.
Everyone
yes,
who's
yes,
having
yes.
cactus juice, make me a fortitude save.
Oh,
Partake,
delightful.
partake.
even me,
Partake,
have I not built up a
partake.
Yeah,
resistance?
everyone make me a fortitude save. Failure.
Oh no, it's the good stuff.
Critical failure. Critical failure.
Yeah!
Woo!
Failure.
Even the 25 is a critical failure?
No, the failure is 25, critical failure 24, critical
Beautiful.
failure 24, failure
Beautiful.
28.
It's
I
Christine's
came
first time
here
having
What's the
cactus juice.
DC?
Up.
30?
30.
So some strong.
I did myself.
That's-
It is strong
I would
cactus
actually.
juice.
I would. Will, we're level fucking 5. I would
Yep.
need to nat 20.
You would.
Correct.
Okay, Will.
It's a strong alcohol.
Okay, Will.
Anyone who
Cactus
failed needs to now
moonshine.
make a will save.
Oh.
Do I
Anyone who
also need
critically
to nat 20
failed
on this one?
automatically fails the will save.
Hmm.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Twitty, you managed to succeed the will save. So Twitty, you get a real good buzz on after like a few gulps of this cactus juice.
Well, hold on. Are we on the train now? Because that's when I was gonna have the cactus juice.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I
the
thought
whole-
that.
No. The whole
No,
point
no.
of it was
Oh,
so that
never
I would
mind.
be able to ignore the fact that I'm on a train
Well,
by
we'll
getting.
save this.
It's like
we'll
people
save
who are
this
afraid
for
of
the
flying.
train. We'll save this for the train then.
Yeah, people who are
Yes.
afraid of flying, take a whole bunch of shots.
Well, I feel like our last night in town, we could do some drinking before we
Okay.
go.
Yeah, if you
Got to
want.
build up a tolerance if we're going to be drinking on the train.
Fair enough.
So this is going through like a month's supply of my cactus juice.
I was gonna say, Lorgar, I don't want to leave you without. I have a feeling you're gonna need it after the train too.
I mean,
Evangeline, big city, lot of metal.
Lovely parks.
it's not just okay. Hold on. I feel the need to point something.
Orcs are you?
I feel the need to point something out here because simply saying a lot of metal is a little reductive. It's not just metal that I have a problem with. Metal
Oh.
is metal is a thing that is naturally made in the earth. Admittedly, building things out of metal is a little troublesome, but it is the paving over and the desolation of natural, beautiful spaces and erecting these dead monuments to progress in the form of cold stone buildings and metal structures. Okay, so it's not just metal. Let's not be overly simplistic, please.
Okay,
Morgar
now
sure
there's
says
gonna be a
stuff,
lot of
huh?
that other thing that you were yapping about too. So feel yourself. Surely.
Dog.
I mean, I got the spells if you want to use my healing spells on myself.
You sure do.
All right, I said my piece.
So are we getting smashed or what?
Well, are we getting on the train first thing tomorrow? Because maybe we don't want to.
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
All right, so
So we're gonna have to pack hungover tomorrow, but
I mean, I'm pretty much carrying everything I need to go right now.
mm,
In fact, I'll even be lighter after we drink some of the cactus juice.
that's true. So we're helping you. We're helping Lorgar pack, you guys.
Wow, we sure are good friends.
Bottoms up.
All right, so cactus juice.
We did the rolls.
We did the rolls.
Shouty it, yo.
Twitty failed. Christine and Honey critically failed. Lorgar failed. Twitty succeeded the will
Mhm.
save. Because the Christine and Honey critically failed, they don't get the will save. It's just going to happen. Lorgar failed. I'm going to start with Twitty. Twitty, one hell of a buzz. It is. This stuff hits hard and fast. For a
Nice.
moment, you start to see like the rocks sprouting arms and running around in circles, but you manage to shake that off. Lorgar, you're used to the cactus juice, but it still hits you pretty hard. You manage to have a pretty nice sort of ride. Like you get it, nature is reclaiming the city. Trees
If
are
only.
growing out of the homes. Balti is like impaled on a tree somewhere. It's a
Good
good
lord.
trip for you.
If only.
Christine and Honey. The two of you find yourself in a desolate pit.
Okay.
And as you sit in this desolate pit, wrought iron begins to grow from the ground, twisting and turning into Gothic structure
Okay.
until it is filled with almost cartoonishly tall buildings, cathedrals, and very familiar buildings to the two of you. As the two of you sit in the circle surrounded by all of this, figures as tall as the buildings that stretch to take over your entire building, your entire vision, surround the two of you. Each of you sharing this hallucination with the other. Is it your connection as siblings, or is it something else? And as the tallest of them, the most matronly of them all, stands above you looking down with their eyes glowing, you hear two words. Found them.
Don't like that.
And
Okay.
you are...
Lorgar, this juice
You've awoken.
sucks. Your
And you-
juice is bad.
Please don't talk
This
about my
juice is-
juice.
This juice is great. What are you talking
His
about?
juice is bad.
Not a fan of it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like
Did
it.
you guys eat anything before we did this?
No, I didn't even stop at Yucca's beforehand for a croissant.
Oh.
Juice is bad.
It's really bad. It's really yucky. I don't like
sweetheart. Let's get you some fries. Some yucca fries. Does
Can
that
you
sound
do it?
good?
Can you do it just a little quieter? Oh,
Me?
I take 5 psychic damage.
Do you want a coffee drink? That's pretty good.
Bean juice?
You are all on Alec's like floor, by the way. And Alec is like, there's like blankets over you. It looks like Alec like took care of you overnight.
Oh my god.
Lorgar, what did
Cart.
you do?
Cart, are you there? Got anything good for
I
this?
shared my cactus juice with you.
You poisoned me.
I mean, technically, all of it is poison.
I don't like
You
it,
didn't tell me
Lorgar.
that beforehand.
No,
It's
I
real
mean, all
bad.
alcohol is poison.
No,
But not
it's real
like
bad.
this.
Not like this.
Even Christine says it's bad. That's how you know it's real bad, because she drinks whiskey that smells like straight up gasoline.
It's so bad. I don't like it.
So it's not just me whining. This is bad juice, Lorgar.
All right, well,
Oh,
you don't have to have
no.
any more.
I for one will have more
want
later.
any more.
Someone hold her hair.
Having a bad time.
I want a croissant from Yucca's, but I know it's not breakfast time, and I know they don't have it prepared right now.
All right.
Do we have any croissants over
I would
here?
offer you some water, but I suspect you're not going to take anything I offer you at this point.
I
Poison
wouldn't.
the water.
Lorgar's feeding us poison.
What am I?
Technically true.
Let's see.
Honey's favorite type of drink.
Sheriff, he admitted it.
He did. I heard it. He's being arrested. He's being arrested. Fuck him.
We're in a small room. Fireball.
Fireball?
Not this.
I have
Now
some
that's a
Fireball.
drink I can get behind.
So, Will,
Yes.
Well, indeed.
is there any chance I could roll
Roll for croissant.
for cart
Roll
To
me
bring
percentile.
Cartsant.
something? Oh, whoa! Even that looks different on roll 20.
Yeah, roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Hey, Twitty. The cart is outside. Why is it just the wheels?
Oh no, are we going to do one of those things where what did we do while we were drunk? We have to replay and unsolve a mystery?
Oh no!
Whose
All
baby
right.
is this?
Why is the cart just the wheels? Why are they standing like there's a cart there? But
Hey,
there's just wheels.
Who's standing like there's a cart there?
The wheels.
The wheels are standing like there's a cart. Oh, okay.
So it's just the wheels and they're up and down.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Do you go walk between the wheels?
No, I'm gonna knock between
There's-
them.
You just
He's just doing this.
yeah, you go to knock and you're just like,
This is new. So, no treats then?
the wheels are just standing there. And then one of the wheels disappears.
Oh, come on. What a tease.
And then another wheel disappears.
Oh no.
Can I grab one of them?
You grab onto the wheel.
Yeah,
The other wheel disappears. Do you keep holding on?
I do.
Twitty, make me a will save.
Oh my god.
Twitty disappears.
Oh.
Twitty!
I'm gonna get you some croissants.
Twitty,
It's got Twitty!
you appear in a lavishly decorated room. There is like red drapes hanging from the walls that are attached to these like beautiful marble pillars. There is just like finery all over the place. Everything is gold, trimmed in gold. Everything looks expensive. And standing in front of you, now with the cart in one of their hands, like holding the cart from like the top is this like giant figure that as they're looking over the cart, you can just see this pig face with like
Bad.
these two
Bad.
tusks coming out, and they just look down. And as they like look over the cart looking at you, Twitty, your mother is hanging on a chain around their neck.
Maybe that cactus juice was stronger than I thought it was.
You hear a snort, and then you're back in the desert.
Oh, come on!
But no cart?
No cart.
Not even a
No
croissant?
croissants?
Not even a croissant.
And where in the desert?
Like right in the middle of town, like 40 feet away.
You can, from 40 feet away, Honey can't see you, but you can hear her. They got her! They found him! Just wailing. Poor Lorgar. Just.
I'll unpack that
Never.
pig later. What is there to get at the tavern?
Well, it is breakfast, so
Inn.
Yucca has like their full breakfast
It is
accoutrement ready.
breakfast.
Yeah, y'all went through the night and woke up the next morning, so I like Honey must be really out of it to not realize that it is morning and there would be breakfast at the tavern. Yucca just like
Croissant?
sees you. Oh, Twitty, you look bad.
Wow. Is that how you do business around here? How
Hands
do
you
you
a
make any
croissant.
sales?
People support
can I
the
get a
only bar
tray
in
to-
town.
Oh, right.
Hands you a
Can I
tray.
get a tray to go? Thank you. And some coffee, maybe?
Bean
I
juice.
think Christine likes hers black.
Yucca gets the usual ready for you and puts on like on a little travel tray.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So
See
here's
you
a.
later.
See ya.
So I wonder if the cactus juice could get people free of their bug parasites in their hands. I wonder.
Honestly, probably.
I have to imagine.
It's pretty
Wait,
wild.
Looks
how-
like
how are
we're
you-
poisoning the water well.
Ah,
Somebody
hell
pours
yeah.
in the water hole.
The whole town is just
We
gonna
might need a
be
bit more
on.
cactus juice then.
The whole of Corvangeline is just rolling.
Honestly, good for them.
Honestly,
Wow.
honestly, maybe we should hit up some cactuses before we go to Corvangeline.
It's not that simple. You have to know what you're looking for.
What are we looking for?
I mean,
Croissants?
ripe oh. I mean, you got any bean juice?
Bean juice
Not
right here.
enough.
Got a carrot.
All right.
Well,
I'll
depending on how much time has elapsed in
Like
Twitty's
5
absence.
minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, Honey is still gone. She's just upon the floor, weeping.
On the floor.
Oh, should we let her sleep, or do you think she would be excited enough for a croissant? Christine?
I mean, perhaps the
Um,
smell of the bean juice will awaken her.
It might be worth just letting her sleep.
Not Twitty!
Yeah, it might
Like,
be worth just letting her
They're
sleep.
fully in the room, and Honey doesn't see them. So-
Poor baby.
God, it's like Abby after a White Claw.
God! You leave her alone.
That
Just
is yes,
one?
girl. Yes, girl. Just Abby. Okay, I think this is really important context for people who are on stream and are seeing us all from like the bust up. Abby is like maybe 5 feet tall.
Teeny tiny.
She's one of the most fairy-like diminutive little dewdrops I've ever met in my life.
That's why her
She's-
character name is Dewdrop.
She's Poland from real life. And I do mean this as a compliment. I adore her. It delights me being in the same room as her. But it does not take more than one White Claw to fully.
Ruin her night.
Destroyer? Oh no! She's a. Oh no!
And
So
honestly, I'm kind of
sad.
jealous because it takes me a lot more than that. And alcohol's expensive.
Very
so,
bad.
Hey, listen, I stopped drinking for a bit, and now I can have a drink and be nice and good.
That's where it is. That's where
I
it is.
had 6 drinks at Dave & Buster's last night for my friend's
Yes, you
birthday
did.
party,
Ooh,
and
hell yeah.
it
Expensive.
really didn't feel like anything.
How many tickets did you get, Cooper?
Aw, Dave and Buster's.
No
There's
tickets.
a Dave and Buster's by our house if you want to come.
I played on other people's cards.
Fair enough.
But anyway, yes, I am channeling Abby in this moment. As she cannot be here with us tonight, that is the energy that I attempt to bring to chat. Hopefully, I have done you justice, my friend Abby. But yes, that is the state of Honey as Twitty returns to her.
Well, I don't think she's sleeping if she's crying on the floor still.
You'd be surprised.
Is she crying in her? She normally cry in her sleep?
We do not have the best life. We love each other. But, you know, we don't have the
Where's
best
that
life.
sentence going? It felt like there was a part left
Well-
unsaid there.
That's my sister, and I love her. Yup.
You're too good of people to be crying in the middle of the night.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
You should probably do something about that.
Yeah. We're very good people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know, I may be drawn on from what is potentially not a typical familiar relationship, but it does seem a little too uncomplicated. But that might just say more about me than anything.
Possibly.
Do you think you're not good people?
No comment.
Here's the sheriff does have a pretty big weakness.
I think my sister is one of the greatest people to ever breathe air in this plane of existence, and I stand by that.
Are you saying that because she's possibly still asleep?
Yes.
Okay, and you can't think, you couldn't possibly believe that somebody would think that about you?
Oh, listen.
Twitty so much.
What?
I had the coolest knickknacks.
She's just crying about, she's not even crying about me. She's crying about my knickknacks. She just wants
She's
stuff.
crying about both. She's crying
She
about
wants
both.
stuff.
It could
Also,
be two things.
to be fair, Tweet,
Right, okay.
good people is sort of a matter of perspective.
Story is, yo.
Listen,
I'm sure there might be some person the sheriff's arrested whose family hates her guts. And
I
that
just think
person might
anyone
have
that's
been
against me is wrong, but I know I'm not a great person. I'm just right.
Well, Honey is not asleep. But
No.
what am I hearing through the fog of cactus juice?
I think.
And what is
I
the
think-
silage on those croissants? Are they?
Ooh.
Is there an olfactory?
give
Oh
you
yeah,
a
there's an
croissant.
olfactory. Like if this was
fresh.
animated, you could see the scent lines coming off of them. They are fresh.
Really living for the priorities that are going on here.
In addition to that, Honey, you overhear Christine talking about how wonderful and fantastic and how great you are. You overhear Lorgar being like, "Are they?" And then you also overhear like Twitty's voice a little bit, something about their knickknacks.
Am I still in the pit
You-
visually?
you were visually
spiritually?
Still, you were visually still in the pit.
oh, give this sweet darling dear.
But
a
I
croissant.
see Twitty, and I smell the croissants.
Yes.
Honey rolls over and sobs harder.
Me.
Oh no.
Sorry you're in here with us, Twitty, but I really appreciate that you brought croissants. Can I please have one?
Of course, I brought them for you. No, there's no need to cry. Wipe those little eyes.
Honey, as you go to bite a croissant, it turns into a grub in your hands.
Don't you fucking you
McKenna just screamed from the other room.
so you are
Honey.
so mean.
Her
Honey.
mic fully like peaked.
Throws that croissant clear across the room with the trained marksmanship that only a gunslinger can.
Does that croissant do damage? Does it? Can
Oh,
that
it hits,
croissant hit anyone?
that croissant hits like a wall and it just goes splat.
Splat! A croissant?
Twitty, why would you give me bugs?
What?
I thought we were friends.
Can I bite one of the
I didn't
croissants?
think you would do
You see
me
Twitty
like
biting
that.
into a big old bug.
I'm not gonna scream because I appreciate you, the viewer, but know that honey it's blood curdling. It can be heard from the outskirts of town.
It's not a butt. What?
Lorgar slightly dies a little bit just from the sound. I don't even have like proper ears, and that.
Just got them ear holes.
Please, I think we talked about that.
Are you okay?
They're just crawling all over Twitty's face now, going into her ear.
He's hyperventilating. It's officially a bad trip panic attack.
You look over to Christine to like get some comfort from your sister. She's a giant bug now.
Like,
It's possible I didn't understand the effect cactus juice had on non-eruxy physiology. Because it's just supposed to be booze, not like hallucinogenics.
Whatever this is.
Right. Oh, I guess that would be pretty bad for humans. You should probably heal that.
Turn my sister into.
Alright, you know what? Hold on a second. Actually, yeah.
She's a
Alright, hold on.
Deep,
I'm just
deep
gonna
breaths. We're taking some deep breaths.
I'm gonna walk behind her and do my like soft sand baptism and cast another restoration.
There are just tiny bugs falling down you for a few seconds, honey. And
then
then
it all blows away like.
and
the
then
wind
it
is the
just like
restoration.
and then it's just sand.
Are you okay? Are there any more bugs?
I
You
quickly
tell me.
kind of pull my sleeve up a little bit to cover the one bug we always have.
That was something. Okay.
What
So
was
no more
something?
cactus juice for you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was fine.
Your eyes are super red, by the way.
Have a croissant.
That happens when you brought croissants. Bless your heart,
And
Twitty
bee
W.
Oh
Yeah.
me, oh my.
This time maybe fight it and not splat against the wall.
Oh my, did I do that?
Also, Will,
Of course
Yes,
not.
Matt.
Of course not.
this is probably something that is left up to you, but just out of curiosity, how much cactus juice did people have to partake of before this
That was a
reaction?
shot.
Oh no.
Oh. It's
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to
perfect.
put that much in the water.
I'm gonna tightly wind up this bottle with a strip of something. I've got a concerning amount of this left.
You
really be
see,
like that.
Honey is doing her absolute darndest to like try to save face. But she can like barely look at Christine, like she is like trying to make sure that she's not a bug. She doesn't want to look directly at her because that's scary.
It's alright. I get it.
Sheriff, how are you holding up?
I'm doing great.
Is she still rolling?
She's doing great.
Hey, Christine.
Christine is doing great.
Honey just disappears from your vision.
Oh my god. Where'd she go?
Oh,
Where'd
you have
she-
another lust of restoration.
Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Where's Honey?
Oh,
Where's my
Honey?
sister?
she's right here.
Oh. I sort
Christine,
of.
Christine is about to vomit.
A pale white hand touches you, Christine.
Where? Ah!
With
Cactus
little bits
juice
of like
bad.
blood dripping down the side of your face. You can see Christine's drooling a little. Everyone else.
Lordy May.
She is about to vomit. Christina's like doing the salivating that happens before you vomit, like from
God.
panicking.
I moved to
Wait,
the side of Christine to not be directly in front of her.
Do we clock that you're about to throw up?
Make me a perception check for insight.
I moved to the side of Christine.
Yeah, 20 something. Lorgar, this human's not taking it well either.
Oh boy. So
Lorgar meets, Honey meets, Twitty misses.
So Twitty has no idea.
I'm like, you got a little something.
Twitty, as your hand is like touching Christine's face, Christine, you see the matron standing before you, and she just reaches her hand down your throat.
This episode did not go places I expected. And I really only have myself to blame by introducing
And then suddenly
the
Twitty's
concept.
covered in a rainbow.
And I don't have prestidigitation.
Funny, like, empathy wrenches, just like the...
Do I need to make a fortitude save?
Go for it.
Is
Let me
this
ask you.
episode
Let me ask you an
Pitch
honest
perfect is
question.
going on here.
I don't know. I'm letting y'all roll with it. I'm just rolling with it. Twitty, how do you feel Twitty would react to that?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit comes out. Just a little. It's like a.
Lorgar, do you...
I sadly. Here's the thing.
Presta, smidge, Watson?
No. I also am a prepared caster, and I don't have a second restoration today.
Well,
The best thing I can do is a gale blast, but that might damage people, and it might throw stuff everywhere.
I think
So-
we need,
Twitty
Dewdrop
is
and her Presta Majija, what's it?
Twitty is so mortified
Dewdrop's
having
attacking.
been thrown up on that they use shadow blending
Not this.
disappear
The matron mother disappears.
stations.
Christine is gonna make a
To go
fortitude
to
save
their
to stay
room.
conscious.
Yeah. You're good. You hear Honey's voice, but there's just no point of origin for the sound.
I'll
Oh.
message her. I'll message her.
Oh, what a queen.
Sweetheart, you're rolling. You're having a real bad time. But I'm okay.
You're rolling. You're having a real bad time. I don't want to hear it
Christine.
from you.
That's true.
Christine,
That's true. I was
you
rolling.
hear, I've gone home.
the deep.
Come back home to me, Christine.
Oh boy.
Fuck this.
With the message?
With the message.
No.
Cactus juice really fucks with your brain.
Hello.
Well, to be fair, Christine, no, Honey's got a restoration, so.
Yes, Honey's got restoration. Christine hasn't.
No.
The squeaky wheel got the grease.
Wow, I only got the
But
one.
it's at that moment, Christine, that you kind of conk out again.
Oh boy.
And after another hour or so, Christine will wake up, now back to her normal self.
Okay.
But there is a slight fear as your eyes are open that Honey won't be there.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave a big jug of water nearby. Hydrate, don't dehydrate.
Gonna clean up.
Go take a shower.
The
I
homunculus,
did.
the
Yeah.
homunculus starts cleaning up the mess you all left. And as our party gets themselves cleaned up
Oh
and
boy.
goes and gets themselves packed up,
I love
Well,
that
there-
this was the episode.
Yeah.
trip to Corvangeline. That's where we're going to call it tonight as we shoot out of the town, down the railway, to a large stretch of open plains, and you see a number of people starting to ride horses down the train tracks towards Gull Line. Each of them with a metal black powder barrel
Oh boy.
with a sort of like spike coming out of it, very similar to the bandits that they saw in the cave a while back.
Doppelgangers.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition. It was a wild ride.
We sure did things tonight, huh?
Yep.
Join us next time as our party begins to make their way towards Corvangeline, but needs to deal with a few surprises along the way. Thank you all so much for coming. Check out our many other shows here on the channel, like The Astral Calling on Friday, The Tabletop Bros on Saturday, Cozy Co-op on Sunday, Monday night Strength of Thousands AP, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hope next week is more normal.